We see the things themselves. The world is what we see. Formulae of this kind express a faith common to the natural man and the philosopher, the moment he opens his eyes. They refer to a deep-seated set of mute opinions implicated in our lives. But what is strange about this faith is that if we seek to articulate it into theses or statements, if we ask ourselves, what is this we, what seeing is, and what thing or world is, we enter into a labyrinth of difficulties and contradictions. What St. Augustine said of time, that it is perfectly familiar to each, but that none of us can explain it to the others, must be said of the world. Ceaselessly, the philosopher finds himself obliged to re-inspect and redefine the most well-grounded notions, to create new ones with new words to designate them, to undertake a true reform of the understanding, at whose term the evidence of the world, which seemed indeed to be the clearest of truths, is supported by the seemingly most sophisticated thoughts, before which the natural man now no longer recognizes where he stood. Whence the age-old ill humor against philosophy is reanimated, the grievance always brought against it, that it reverses the roles of the clear and the obscure. The fact that the philosopher claims to speak in the very name of the naive evidence of the world, that he refrains from adding anything to it, that he limits himself to drawing out all its consequences, does not excuse him. On the contrary, he dispossesses humanity only the more completely, inviting it to think of itself as an enigma. This is the way things are, and nobody can do anything about it. It is at the same time true that the world is what we see, and that nonetheless we must learn to see it. First, in the sense that we must match this vision with knowledge, take possession of it, say what we and what seeing are. Act, therefore, as if we knew nothing about it, as if here we still had everything to learn. But philosophy is not a lexicon. It is not concerned with word meanings. It does not seek a verbal substitute for the world we see. It does not transform it into something said. It does not install itself in the order of the said or of the written, as does the logician in the proposition, the poet in the word, or the musician in the music. It is the things themselves, from the depths of their silence, that it wishes to bring to expression. If the philosopher questions and hence feigns ignorance of the world and of the vision of the world which are operative and take form continually within him, he does so precisely in order to make them speak, because he believes in them and expects from them all his future science. The questioning here is not a beginning of negation, a perhaps put in the place of being. It is for philosophy the only way to conform itself with the vision we have, in fact, to correspond with what in that vision provides for thought, with the paradoxes of which that vision is made, the only way to adjust itself to those figured enigmas, the thing and the world, whose massive being and truth teem with incompossible details.